What's up? This is Joe Rogan, and you're watching Comedy Matters TV. Shout out to Sirius XM. Mwah. I'm on the Opie and Anthony channel every Saturday.
We were talking about putting material in order. It's a lot of work to create a show. How do you memorize your stuff? What's your process?
It's really just about work, just about doing sets. If I do a lot of sets, it's not hard. If I don't do a lot of sets, it's about going over the notes a lot, and it's also about listening to recordings. I record every show on my phone. So like when I go to my phone, I have hundreds of sets that I have saved on my phone.
And do you actually listen to them afterwards?
Oh yeah, all these. Those are all at least an hour. This is a fairly new phone. But those are all like headliner sets, and a few of them are like pop-ins where I'm doing like 15 minutes. But then I go over it and I'll listen to it 2 or 3 times and I'll take notes.
You've done a lot of movies too, right? At least 3 that I know of. Right?
Yeah, those I've only done I think 3 or 4 ever, but only 2 of them anybody ever saw.
It's fun though to do a movie.
I enjoy doing movies with Kevin James just because he's my friend. I love that guy, but I don't like acting. It's not that fun.
Really? You much prefer stand-up?
I like the immediacy of stand-up. I like the independence of stand-up. The fact that you don't have to, you don't have to read someone else's script. You can just kind of do your own thing. There's something fun about acting with a friend. Like I really enjoyed acting with Kevin just because he's my friend. Like it's fun to do something and joke around with a buddy. And I enjoyed that about news radio as well. Like it was really fun because the people were so talented, but for the most part, acting takes too much time. Like there's long days on the set and rehearsals and all that shit, and I'd rather do other things.
You're right, it's not the immediacy of standing on a stage, telling a joke and hearing the audience react in that moment.
Yeah, you get spoiled, and you also get spoiled by the danger of that. Like there's a wild fucking electricity to doing a live set in front of 1,000 people, and they're all hinging, it's hinging on your performance.
Yeah, it's like walking a tightrope with no net under you.
And 1,000 people's good time is on you if you fuck it up,
It's a lot of responsibility,
man. There's a lot of responsibility.
Well, speaking of fear, was Fear Factor your idea?
No. Fear Factor existed in the Netherlands. I believe it was Holland before it was ever in the United States.
Really?
Yeah.
You get a lot of shows from Europe, it seems.
Yeah, I think they become more creative because they have really low budgets, and they just come up with these ideas to do a television show, and so they got real creative with reality TV. That's where like Survivor, didn't that come from England as well?
I believe it did, yeah. But what's cool, it's like you're challenging yourself. That was a perfect show for you. There's a tie-in because Fear Factor, people are challenging themselves. You do the 2 things that people fear the most, I think. Stand-up comedy and physical confrontation.
Those are definitely 2 things that people are afraid of, but Fear Factor was really just a great way to make money. I mean, it was a ridiculous show. I joke around about it, but I really thought it was going to be canceled immediately. It was one of the reasons.
For years, right?
Yeah,
for years.
148 episodes.
Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy.
How often do you go to the gym?
I have a gym in my house.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So you stay ripped.
I work out. I try to stay calm, and for me, the best way to stay calm is to blow off a lot of energy and take the stress out of my body. I think that people have a certain amount of natural sort of built-in energy that they have to burn off. And in most day-to-day lives, of being stuck in traffic or sitting behind a desk, your body doesn't get the amount of exertion that it desires. And it becomes imbalanced. You overreact to things. And so for me, it's very important that I blow that out in the gym.
Do you still feel anxiety when you go on stage?
I wouldn't say anxiety, but I definitely get excited. I don't do a show. I don't ever not prepare. So like if I'm doing a show like this, the anxiety would come if I wasn't prepared. I'd be scared. But I do a lot of sets. I go over my material, but I'm tuned in. I'm ready to go. It's not like a casual thing where like whatever. I take like a great deal of consideration to the fact that it's my responsibility to make 1,000 people have a good time. That was my job tonight, and so I don't want to fuck it up. I don't want to half-ass it.
Where do you work out most of your stuff? At the store? Or
I do the Ice House in Pasadena. I like the Ice House. I do the Improv in Hollywood. I do the Comedy and Magic Club. I've been doing that a lot lately.
That's where Jay Leno performs every Sunday night, right?
Yeah. Well, I've been doing a lot of Sundays there, actually, because Jay's been doing the road a lot now that he's not doing the Tonight Show anymore. And that club is just an amazing club. And like the Comedy and Magic Club, it's one of the oldest clubs in the country, you know, so really couple great places. LA's a great place to work out. There's so many good clubs there, you know.
I love it when I'm there. I do the rounds.
Yeah.
When did you shave your head?
I guess like 2 years ago.
Was it like a big decision? I mean, it's a great look for you. You got a good shaped head, man.
I just got tired of getting haircuts and my hair would still look like shit, you know? So I was like, why don't I just see what it looks like if I hack it all off? And I hacked it all off and I was like, ooh, I like it.
Yeah, it
it's
works.
So freeing.
It's great, yeah.
I like the way it feels too, you know?
Excellent. Well, it was great to see. Just let me ask you one thing. Yeah, what's coming up for you? What do you have going on?
I don't want to do anything other than what I'm doing. What I'm doing right now, between doing the podcast, doing stand-up, and doing the UFC, those three things, I couldn't be happier.
That's huge, yeah. You don't need anything else.
Well, I would like to maintain this. That's all I want to do.
And your podcast is kind of like this. It's long-form conversation, right?
Yes, yeah, that's mostly what it is. It's, you know, me and interesting people and talking to them for a few hours. You know, most of them are 2 to 3 hours long.
That is awesome. Yeah, well, now I can say it was great to see you, man.
Good to see
it was
you.
awesome. Awesome.